Every NHL season has its game changers, players whose performances reshape the entire league landscape in ways no one initially expects. These athletes either soar beyond all expectations or stumble under the weight of increased pressure, profoundly impacting whether their team surges toward an unexpected deep playoff run or falls short entirely. And each year, identifying these pivotal figures before the puck drops gives us a fascinating lens into how the season might unfold. Take last season's Florida Panthers, the two-time defending Stanley Cup champions. They're packed with players who rose to the occasion spectacularly. Names like Sam Reinhart, Sam Bennett, Anton Lundell, and Gustav Forsling each boosted their game to elite levels, transforming a talented squad led by Alexander Barkov and Matthew Tkach into a powerhouse boasting remarkable depth. This kind of team balance is a recipe for championship success, and it's not just the Panthers. Montreal Canadiens saw Nick Suzuki make a critical leap, evolving into a bona fide first-line center. His emergence helped pull the Canadiens back into the Stanley Cup playoffs, proving how a single player's development can shift a team's fortunes. Meanwhile, Brandon Hagel of the Tampa Bay Lightning grew from a solid contributor to a key player for Team Canada at the Four Nations Face-Off tournament. His timing is perfect with the 2026 Olympics on the horizon. So who are the players to watch going into 2025-26? The ones most likely to tip the scales in their team's favor. Let's dive into 5 intriguing candidates. 1. Leo Carlsson, center, Anaheim Ducks. If you didn't catch the Ducks during their late-season push last year, you missed what's been one of the league's most impressive breakout stories. The 2023 second overall draft pick from Sweden finished with 45 points in 76 games. But his progress really accelerated in March when he racked up 17 points in just 15 games. That late-season surge hinted at his true ceiling. Carlsson stands tall at 6'3", boasting skating speed that places him in the 97th percentile according to NHL Edge data. His offensive instincts are sharp, complemented by a powerful shot and a defense game that keeps improving every day. With a savvy coach like Joel Quenneville guiding him and assuming he secures the undisputed first-line center slot out of training camp, Carlsson could explode into one of the league's top offensive forces. Jack Hughes took a similar trajectory in his third year, and while it's not certain Carlsson will reach that same elite status immediately, by springtime, he may very well be part of the top 10 center conversation in the NHL. Brandt Clarke, right defense, Los Angeles Kings. California remains a hotbed for emerging stars, and Brandt Clarke is at the center of a make-or-break season for the Kings. At just 22 years old, Clarke put up 33 points over 78 games last year, averaging over 16 minutes per game. But when you look beyond raw stats, his advanced metrics are even more telling. He was 12th among regular defensemen in primary assists per 60 minutes during 5-on-5 play, and ranked 28th in individual expected goals generated, underscoring his knack for moving the puck and creating scoring chances. The Kings' blue line took several hits in the offseason, losing key players like Vladislav Gavrikov and Jordan Spence, and bringing in veterans Brian Dumoulin and Cody Ceci to fill those gaps. While LA possesses a solid defensive system, this patchwork defense looks weaker in areas where Clarke shines offensively. Facing a stacked Pacific Division schedule, Clarke is likely to see more ice time than ever before and carry more responsibility. If he can rise to this challenge and fend off tough opponents, the Kings might glide smoothly back into playoff contention. But if Clarke falters under the increased workload, expect a rougher slog on the road back to the postseason. 3. Luke Hughes, left defense, New Jersey Devils. Luke Hughes' development could be the defining factor that pushes the New Jersey Devils from a promising squad to a serious Stanley Cup threat, or consigns them to another early playoff exit. Picked 4th overall in 2021. Hughes endured injuries that limited his impact in last year's playoff loss to the Carolina Hurricanes. Yet, before his shoulder injury, Hughes was beginning to emerge as a top-pair defenseman, posting an impressive 19 points in his final 20 regular season games, while averaging over 23 minutes on ice. This season, Hughes won't be carrying the defense alone, but will have experienced players like Brett Pesce, Dougie Hamilton, and Jonas Siegenthaler alongside him. Should Hughes fulfill the potential he glimpsed last year, New Jersey could boast one of the league's elite defensive units. Coupled with a potent trio down center, Jack Hughes, Nico Hischier, and steady goaltending from Jacob Markstrom, the Devils could transform into a formidable force within what is considered a relatively weak Metropolitan Division. 4. Wyatt Johnston, center, Dallas Stars. Some may argue Wyatt Johnston negatively influenced Dallas's previous season, despite increasing his raw points from 65 to 71. While taking on nearly 2 more minutes per game, his scoring efficiency paradoxically dropped. His 5-on-5 points per 60 minutes fell from 2.52 to 2.13. In the playoffs, he faded further, tallying only 10 points across 18 games with a -16 rating, as the Stars struggled offensively beyond Mikko Rantanen. That lackluster postseason contributed to their ultimate defeat to the Edmonton Oilers in the Western Conference Final. Yet, dismissing Johnston now would be short-sighted. Remember his rise during the 2024 playoffs and the versatility in his offensive toolkit. He's very likely to revisit the 30-goal, 30-assist range and could develop into a 90 to 95-point player, excelling at even strength and on the power play. If he hits that stride, Dallas suddenly looks like a much tougher opponent, and their chances of finally overcoming the Oilers in the playoffs skyrocket. But if he fails to make that leap, the team's prospects dim considerably. 5. Will Cuylle, left wing. New York Rangers. Last season may have been tough for Rangers fans, but Will Cuylle shone as a remarkable beacon amidst the struggle. Combining size, speed, and power, Cuylle embodies a throwback power forward, a style revitalized and celebrated by stars like the Tkachuk brothers. This archetype, blending physicality with skill, has repeatedly proven to be a game-changer in today's NHL. Cuylle's 2024-25 numbers included 20 goals and 25 assists over 82 games, logging just over 15 minutes per night. With new head coach Mike Sullivan at the helm, a coach who previously thrived working with similar players like Chris Kunitz, Patrick Hornquist, and Brian Rust in Pittsburgh, it's reasonable to anticipate Cuylle earning more ice time and taking on greater responsibility. If he can build on